this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm fine. I think I need therapy after this book. Hi, hello, and welcome everybody. I am in a great mood today. I am feeling so good. I put on my favorite earrings. I put my hair in braids even though it's not oily. I'm having a good day. However, I'm going to ruin that mood today because for the foreseeable future, I will be reading sad books. Specifically, books on my TBR that the internet has convinced me are so sad that I am terrified of because they are too sad. I am doing this because I've already read the two most devastating books on my TBR. This one and this one. And I will not be commenting because these both ruined my life and saved it at the same time. I love these and I will not be answering any questions. And we're going with these books. Ta-da! I know that these are not primarily known as sad books, but they're the saddest ones I have right now. Let me go through them with you really quick, and then I'm gonna tell you more about each book when I come to reading them. By the way, as always, we're not doing spoilers here. I'm just gonna be reading the books, telling you my opinions, telling you a little bit of what's going on, but definitely not spoiling the plot, so you can still read them, and you can still get your heart broken. We have 4 options, okay? I'm gonna put timestamps down below so that you can check out the book if you're specifically interested in just one of the books that I'm gonna show you today. First book, As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows, If He Had Been With Me, The Midnight Library, and then they both die at the end because I have a death wish right now. And I think this is the one to start with because why not just wreck my brain with the first book possible? The other ones somehow have the possibility to not completely destroy me emotionally. This one says that they both die at the end. I think I will be emotionally scarred for life and I don't have another choice. This is what the book looks like, okay? We have an hourglass on the back. We have stunningly sprayed edges. I am excited. Anyway, I am ready. There is a quote, and you know what the quote says? I'm gonna read it to you, okay? Maybe it's better to have gotten it right and been happy for one day instead of living a lifetime of wrongs. Why am I doing this to myself? I think I am ready to dive into this book now. Let's go. On the day that he dies, Mateo gets a phone call at midnight telling him that he's about to die. It's September 5th. Somewhere else in New York, Rufus gets the same phone call. They're both about to die today. And on their last day, both of them decide to make a new friend. And so the both of them decide to spend their last day together and stuff all the excitement and friendship and love of a lifetime into one last day. And it's about half an hour later. I'm now 84 pages in. Once you're kind of into the story, once you're committing to it, you can just breeze through this book. You can just read page after page. There's actually like the font on these pages. Let me show you. The font is huge. So there's actually not a lot going on each page, which is kind of nice for like a change. Also, we have super short chapters, which is also very helpful to understanding everything. I do enjoy the dual POVs. I do like both people, but right now they're putting in like chapters out of the points of views of the people that called both of them. What you do now in your head is you get your hopes up because this is called They Both Die at the End, but you get your hopes up that they made mistakes, okay? And you're just hoping at this point, hoping and praying that they made mistakes and both of these are not supposed to die, okay? You hope that. That is, of course, that is our hope. Let's continue reading. I'm so scared, okay? I'm terrified. But the biggest crime of all tonight was not being able to hug his best friend goodbye. Kind of sad. This book is already a little sad. I'm not sobbing sad right now, but it's just kind of making me a little sad. Okay, I'm crying. That didn't take long. Do we want to see the first tear? Technically, it's not the first tear of the day because this morning I read a romance book and I cried even though it was a romance book and it was supposed to be cute. Anyway, I'm crying because Mateo is visiting his dad in the hospital and his dad's in a coma and he can't say goodbye to his dad. That's just unnecessary cruelty towards me. The thing is, I have a very strong urge to just go like and peek, like have a little have a little look-see like in the back. I won't. Okay, I won't do it, but I really want to. So right now, I'm this far in, 117 pages. How many pages are there? Now, without spoiling myself. 373. I'm not okay. Why did I decide to do this again? Why did I think this would be a good idea? I would also like to mention this before we get really into this. I am not a pretty crier. This might look pretty right now because this is just a little bit of tear. But as soon as I go full on sobbing, nothing can stop me. At some point today, you're definitely gonna see because all these books are sad. Anyway, it's 6:15 and we're reading. Well, I am, at least. Don't know about you. Ta-da, halfway through. I'm page 190. This is really fast to read, and so far there were only like 2 parts where I was like, okay, this is really sad. The whole topic of the book is sad because the whole topic is death. I also like that Rufus is just biking everywhere. He's just taking his little bike and they're just like paddling. I like the fact that every chapter that is out of somebody else's perspective starts with Deathcast did not call blah 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 today because he isn't dying today. But he'll never forget what it was like seeing his best friend receive the alert. I like that, okay? I think that's really cool, especially when you're like not as good with names. You're just like, okay, this person's not dying. Just a friend. I have about 60 pages left in this book. And I'm almost at the last chapter, which I don't want to be, but I almost am. So, yeah. Part 4, the end. I'm not ready for the end. I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna... I think I'm about to start the last chapter. For some reason, it still hits you in the face. It still hits you in the face. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine. At this point, I'm just giving up on the tears. Like, we're just letting them flow, okay? They're just gonna drop somewhere. I'm going for this cute look that looks just like I cried, which is what I did. Again. This is what I mean. I'm not a pretty crier, okay? I don't know anybody who is actually a pretty crier when they're actually crying and not when they're pretending to cry, like for movies and stuff. Oh, I don't like it. That's it. I'm gonna cry again. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? Calm down. They're not real. They're not real people. They're fictional. They're fictional. They're not real. It's okay. You're okay. Why did I think this would be a good idea? Book review time! This book was great. It also destroyed me emotionally, and I'm not recovering anytime soon. However, what I'm doing in this broken state of mine is read the next book, which is also going to be sad. But before I do that, let me grab the cover. So first I have a question. Adam, why did you do this to me? I feel personally attacked. Second of all, How? Why? I feel robbed. I feel robbed because the book is over, okay? I didn't expect it to hurt me this much. Anyway, I really enjoyed this book, but it did wreck me. But I'm living for the pain, okay? I like it. I think that I might need a break though before I start the next one. Like, give me at least an hour. Like, maybe I'll start at 9. It's 8 right now. Why did I think this was a good idea? Why? Okay, no, this has absolutely nothing to do with the video, but I just pinned my hair up in the back and then I put on a crown because I felt like it. And now I feel like I'm kind of a princess and I like it. This is what I do on a Friday night. Welcome to my life, okay? This is it. And I love it, okay? I'm just, for the next 5 minutes, I'm a princess and nobody can tell me otherwise. Did I just have a Kasha dance party in my room? Yes. But during that dance party, I decided which book to read next. And that is As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. So at least something good came out of that, right? Right? I don't know why I thought this was a fantasy. I don't think this is a fantasy. I think this is historical romance. It says it's a breathtaking story of love and loss during the Syrian Revolution. Before I start though, I want to show you the character art in this. I think these are the 2 main characters and they're just so cute. I can't even deal with it anymore. Anyway, picking this up, I am ready to read. I am excited. It is a signed edition and just like the sprite edges are just so cute. I can't with this book. So yeah, I think I'm ready to read now. Let's go. I'm putting my sweater back on for this. Cause like, comfort, right? Cozy. As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow is a story about love. Not just romantic love, but friendship and the love to your home country. It is set in the Syrian Revolution where Salma, the main character, works at a hospital, even though she's just a pharmacist. Her best friend, her brother's wife, is pregnant, so that she decides to get her best friend, her baby, and herself away from Syria, away from the war. Then she meets a boy on the street who wants to risk his life for Syria, and the both of them obviously kind of fall in love, and it's their love story, but it's also the love story to their home country. And it really beautifully showcases why one would choose to stay in a country that is plagued with war, because it is your home. Okay, first things first, I don't know why I thought this would be historical fiction. It's absolutely not. I actually know the conflict that we're talking about here because I was on the other end of it. Well, not that comes out wrong. So I'm just like a few pages in, okay? But she's talking about like people searching refuge in Germany, which is like, I think 2012, 13, 14, I think we're about that time. Because I remember this, when I was in school, there was this huge debate in Germany, because I went to school in Germany, about refugees from Syria. And I didn't expect this to be at the same timeline and be about that conflict. I thought it was like historical, I thought it was like 100, 200 years ago, but it's not. And that's really cool. And I enjoy this a lot. I'll be reading now. I just wanted to tell you that because I thought it was really cool. And it makes me a little more excited to continue this book now. But I'm also, like, I'm getting the heartbreak already. Like, pain in my heart. Pain, a lot of pain. Quick update on how the day is going so far. So last night I downloaded the book on the Kindle so that I could read a little bit on the Kindle. And I did that. And I still, at this point, I still don't understand if this is fantasy or if she's just hallucinating and it's just PTSD that she's seeing this other person. Both possible, honestly. Both possible. So I'm just gonna continue reading. But for now, I cannot read right now. I can't read right now because I have to edit. I kind of pushed it till the last second and now I need to edit and it'll probably take me a few hours to finish that off. And then at noon I will probably be reading. It's the perfect reading weather outside, okay? I'm just the rain, it's like so nice and quiet and rainy, and the weather is just doing things to me. I love it. This is my favorite kind of weather, okay? As long as I'm not outside. I'm fine. Don't you dare worry about me. I'm not even 20% in, and I'm already crying, okay? I'm already crying, and it's just because a random kid just died. She's a pharmacist, but because she has some medical knowledge, she's also like a nurse now, and there was an attack on a school, and one of the kids from the school didn't make it. Like, a lot of kids didn't make it, but one of the kids that was brought into the hospital didn't make it, and that's very sad. Why did I decide to do that? Why did I think it would be a good idea to read sad books? At least I picked sad books, okay? We all know that by now. I picked really sad books. Hi. I am 44%. Where did I get the 44% from? I'm 39% in. And I am suffering, okay? I'm suffering because I really, really love this main character. I think she's incredible. I think this whole book, if you gave this to people who are angry with people who seek refuge in foreign countries, and they read this, I think nobody would have an issue with refugees anymore, because this is what it feels like. This book is just, it's written so beautifully. Like, the writing is stunning. The little itsy bitsy parts of like romance that are like sprinkled in, beautiful. The whole building of the story, I'm happy with this. Okay, this, good book. You can't even see. It looks like it's just white, but I promise there's lemons on there. I promise. I'm just scared of this book, okay? Because, as always, anything can happen. I'm scared for her life, okay? I fear for her life. For some reason, I always picture her in like a peach-colored hijab, because I just think that would suit her so well. I don't know why, but maybe I just like the color peach at the moment, okay? In my head, she is like the most beautiful person I've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever imagined somebody in like a book character in a specific way, because I don't usually do that, but she is just, in my head, all I know about her is that she's stunning. That's all I know. Anyway, let's continue reading. This book is kind of killing me right now. I love that they have this cute bonding moment over the Studio Ghibli things. I love that. It's just cute that they have this in common. And then they make up stories together. And then she says that it's so sad that they're never gonna create a children's book together, because that's what they want to do, because he wants to be an animator. And then they told each other like a story. They made one up. And then he drew it for her. It's just so sad. I am halfway through the book, okay? It's exactly halfway through. I have absolutely no idea how this will end, where this will go. Sure, there are like 2, 3, 4 options, but I'm just, at the same time, I'm like, okay, I don't want any of these options. Every single option that they have is horrible. I am going back to reading now because I can't stop, okay? And I think I'll just like talk to you in like another 100 pages or so to give you all an update. You'll probably see me cry again. I'm 63% into this book, okay? And I've already texted 2 of my best friends that they have to read this book. I've just told my roommate about it. He doesn't even care, okay? He doesn't care about books. But he was like listening to me because it's all I talk about. So I told him, and he was like, so you like it? I'm like, yeah, it's probably gonna be my new favorite book. How did this happen? How could this book that I started to read just because I wanted to read sad books become my new favorite book? I'm loving this book, okay? Really, really loving it. I am so glad that I have this special edition because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's been a while since I've read a book that I've been this obsessed with. Like, This will be a 6-star book, and I can already tell you that right now. It is a 6-star book, and I just can't do anything against it. It's just like that. I didn't see that coming. I don't know what I will do with this newfound information except cry. The thing is, I cannot pick the book up right now because I know that the next few sentences will probably wreck me even more. I'm on page 305. If you want to look up what happens on page 305, do so. I will not tell you. I will just tell you that it's very sad and it kind of destroyed my soul a little bit. I think I need therapy after this book. I will be back once I've calmed down a little bit. But right now, I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm kind of broken inside right now. I will sit down now. I will finish this book and then I will come back to you at the end, okay? You won't see me until I finish this book. Because I think that's the only way that I can do this. Because right now, it's destroying my soul in the best way possible, okay? The absolute best way possible. I love sad books so much. It's been 20 minutes since we last spoke, and I finished reading the book. Okay, yes, I'm crying again. Of course I'm crying again. I'm gonna put the dust jacket back on so that you can see the book when I hold it up, because I feel like that's important. This book is probably one of the best books I ever read in my entire life. I don't know how to live with myself now that I've finished this book. I am still crying thinking about it. I definitely need therapy now. I'm good. I'm good. I loved this. I loved every single thing about it. This book will go into the history of my absolute favorite books of all time. It is a 6-star book for me. Like, you have the 5 stars, and then you have the ones that kind of just surpass that, and that is this one, okay? So, I will not be taking any criticism. I don't think there is any criticism about this book, okay? I love the main character. I love how strong she is. I love her entire vibe. I love how determined she is. I love that there's so much representation for PTSD in there. It's just, overall, just so great. So great. So the next steps for me, calm down for like an hour or two, and then tonight start reading the next book. I'm not sure which one this will be. Maybe The Midnight Library, or If He Had Been With Me. I'm not sure. I know that both of them are sad, okay? I'm just trying to debate which one is less sad so that I can read it now. But yeah, I'll decide that later. And until then, I will decide that in a second, after I've calmed down. I just did a poll, okay? I'm feeling a lot better now. I just did a poll on my Instagram, and so far, it looks like The Midnight Library might be next. Now, I still have about another hour before I start reading, so I'm gonna wait a little while longer. By the way, if you want to be more involved, I sometimes do these polls where I just like decide what to read together with you guys on the Instagram, on my stories. So if you want to be involved there, you can follow me on Instagram. It's just this little library over there. It's also the same on TikTok. I'm just like the same person everywhere. Somebody DM'd me and told me that the book actually wasn't that sad. I will still be reading it. If it's not that sad, I will tell you if it's not that sad, okay? I think I'm just gonna start reading now, and we'll just catch up later. When Nora decides to end her life, she ends up at the Midnight Library, a place between life and death, where she gets to experience how her life would have been if she made different choices. She knows that if she finds the perfect life, the happy life, the one that she wants to stay in, she can stay in that life forever. This is just a beautiful tale about learning to understand yourself and about how deep depression actually goes. The Midnight Library. Ta-da! This is your update on the book, I guess. We're doing good. We're doing good so far. I'm interested in seeing this concept where she kind of like picks a new life and she goes into a new life and then kind of like tries to see if this is the one where she's happy. I like that the idea is that you get to live a happy life. I think that's beautiful. It's just the whole book is kind of like there is this sad feeling that you have about it just because the main character like really struggles with depression. She is just at a point right now where she doesn't want a new and happy life. She just wants it to be done. She just wants it to be over. So I'm excited to see where it goes, but I'm also extremely tired because all day today I've been with people, and people make me tired. Even my favorite people in the world make me tired sometimes, so I'm just tired. I'm now 60 pages in. The reading part is actually pretty fast. Like, I'm reading fast. I just can't concentrate. I've been sitting in this exact position and like staring at the wall behind the camera for like half an hour because I literally cannot do anything, and it's just hard sometimes to just exist. Again, I've been thinking about listening to the audiobook. I'm still debating whether I should. Maybe it's a good idea to just like lay in bed, listen to the audiobook, just like play some Stardew while I listen to that. I think it's a good idea. I might just do that. I think audiobook is a good idea. I'm gonna grab my headphones really quick. We're gonna go with the big headphones. These are not charged. Okay, forget what I said. We're not going with the big headphones. We're going with the AirPods again. We are going with the AirPods. I'm halfway through the book. Halfway. Okay, I am listening to this audiobook at like 2.2 speed. It's going great. This book is not sad though. I don't know, I thought it would be really like devastatingly sad. It's still like, it's not a happy book, but the premise of the book is happy. The premise is finding love again in like your life, loving yourself more. That's kind of what's going on here. And it's just her learning what actually makes her happy in her life. I think that's kind of like mostly what's going on. Sure, I feel like the ending could still be sad. I think that's a really cool concept. I like it. I usually hate multiverse scenarios, okay? Like, as soon as the Avengers went multiverse, I was like, no, I'm out. So with this one, I'm kind of like enjoying it, weirdly enough. The audiobook says I have 2 hours left. Now, I read a lot faster than the audiobook is, even if it's like at this speed. But I'm just like, I think I'm a little further than, like, I think I'm right here somewhere. Yeah, it's good so far. Although this book is kind of wrong in this video, it's still a very good book, and I'm glad that I read it. I thought I would never read this book. I thought that I wouldn't be enjoying it, but I am. Alright, I took a shower. I feel better. I feel refreshed. Anyway, let's talk about the Midnight Library because I finished the book and it was good. I don't exactly know how to, wait, I can take this out. I don't exactly know how to place this. I'm pretty sure that I will at some point read this again. I just really liked it. I had a very good time. I'm still not sure how I want to rate it, so let's talk about it now. The Midnight Library focuses a lot on depression. That's the whole book, okay? The whole book is learning with your depression. And I kind of felt like in the end of the book, it almost felt like the depression went away, which it doesn't. Depression doesn't just poof, dissolve into thin air. That's not how it works. And I speak of experience because I've struggled with a lot of mental health stuff, okay? I struggled with an eating disorder that never really went away. I struggled with anxiety that also never really went away. Sure, they got better, but they don't disappear. I feel like that just went a little quicker. I wish she had more signs of depression still at the end of the book, but it makes sense. I mean, she probably has different things to think about at the end of this book than her feelings with depression, so I understand it. Sure, it was very predictable. We all knew what was going to happen in the end, but I liked it. I think it was a good idea to end the book like this. I enjoyed everything. I cried a little bit, not too much. So, trigger warnings for this book, okay? We're dealing with depression. We're dealing with thoughts of ending your life. We're dealing with the fact of ending your life. And we're dealing with a lot of trauma and stuff. So, if that triggers you, if you don't feel comfortable with this, don't read it. I can also really encourage you to listen to the audiobook. I thought it was really nice. With that, I think it's time to put this book aside and pick up the new one. Ta-da! If He Had Been With Me. I am scared. I know that this is a romance book. I have absolutely no idea what's coming my way. I just heard from people that this is sad and it will destroy my soul, so I'm just here for that. Let's get into this book. If He Had Been With Me is a story about two teenagers. Autumn and Finn have been best friends since they were kids, but somehow when high school started, the both of them kind of grew apart. And now Autumn has a boyfriend and Jamie has a girlfriend, but somehow the two of them realize that maybe they'd be better off together. But as the time passes, Autumn realizes that maybe it might be too late to make that decision. It's 12:30 right now. I'm about to have lunch, but before lunch, reading update. I am 72 pages into the book. It's alright. I'm not having the best time, which is mainly due to the writing style. It feels kind of detached from the story, from the main character. It feels kind of like emotionless, which is understandable because right now she's telling us all about her, like, high school years. Maybe I just don't like her very much. Maybe I cannot relate to her because she's 15. And even though I might look 15, I am 23, which is not that much older, but I'm in a very different state of my life. However, I can relate to her a lot because, funnily enough, the way that she's feeling, like, just with her current boyfriend, where she's just like, oh, maybe I love him, maybe I don't know. That's how I felt about every single, like, romantic person in my life, and I was like, maybe I just don't. Maybe I just don't. But I don't think that we're going into the aromantic spectrum here, so that's just not something that I'm gonna bring up again. So I think that I will try and get, like, at least halfway done to see if things change. I hope things get better, because right now it's just plain boring and I feel like I'm just, like, reading a report on somebody's life. I'm just gonna continue and I'll talk to you with an update once I have one. Update time, okay, everybody? Are we ready for an update? I am 136 pages in. I think we are slowly getting somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I found my issue though. I don't like her. I forgot what her name is. Autumn. I don't like Autumn. I think she's weird. For the fact that she wears a tiara, nobody in school bothers her about it, okay? If you went to school wearing a tiara in high school every single day, you would be bullied, right? That's the logical consequence. So, she's not. She's just existing with this tiara. I don't know why that bothers me so much, and I don't know why I want her to get bullied, because essentially I don't want anybody to get bullied, but it's just, you get it? It's boring. It's so boring. I don't know. I'm like, at this point I'm pretty sure that he dies at some point. Like the Finn kid, I think he dies. I'm not sure. I don't particularly care though, because I don't know anything about Finn, even though he's, like, all she thinks about. I don't know who he is as a character because they're not friends anymore. So yeah, I'm not happy. I've been actually thinking about DNFing the book. However, I think I'm gonna at least want to get to page 200 to see if it goes anywhere. I'm now at 136, so another 70 pages or something, and then I'm gonna decide whether it's worth finishing or not. In this case, I want to give it a fair chance, and I think I haven't given it a fair chance yet. It's 5 p.m. right now, okay? I've been struggling with this book all day just because it's a weird place to be at. I've never had the feeling that I was too old for a book. But with this one, I feel like I'm too old. Not because I don't understand what they're going through, but because I feel like I'm imposing on a teenager's life. However, I'm just not really into the book. I cannot find a way to get into the book. I think that I might finish the book by tonight. I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think the best bet I have is just to take a little break. But that also means that this video is over, that I am done with reading sad books. I think the next book I'm gonna pick up has to be some hilariously cute romance or some funny other thing, just because I cannot read another sad book right now. Technically, the last 2 books I read weren't really sad. Like, I think this gets sad at some point this way. I mean, this is also fine. I think this gets sad, but did I get to the point where it gets sad? Absolutely not. Do I care? Nope. And with that, I'm ending this video. I'm saying goodbye to y'all. I am hoping that you are having an awesome day and that you continue to have an awesome day. If you have any more sad books you can recommend to me, please do. I would love to read those, okay? I would absolutely adore them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. And if you're really interested in the books I'm reading, consider subscribing. And I will see you for the next video that I make. Bye! I'm really not sure. It's so hard to DNF a book, but I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. And I will just put it away and I'll be like, no, this one isn't for me.